As we see these major map changes happening every season, there's always people in the community who have their own ideas and concepts that just blow everyone away and make you really think if they could actually add that to the game. And of course, there is ideas no one really wants to see at all either. Anyways, it's kind of crazy how much concepts from fans of the game actually influence the developers to add it to the map or even skins that come out. One of the first major changes to the map was adding haunted hills, which first came from a user on Reddit named blorfie. While his concept was only kind of used, they took the name and the location and made it their own. But what if they weren't finished with his full concept? And the graveyard is what we see now, which is the ruins in his concept. I'll get more into that later. Some skins that were created by fans were the Beef Boss, the Tomato Head, the Panda Team Leader, and even the Robber skins. All started from people's ideas and actually put into the game. How awesome would that be to have your idea picked up and used for the game? If you have any awesome map or skin ideas, let me know down below. And if you don't, just say what's up, because I respond to everyone. Do it. Let's get into 5 locations that could be coming to Fortnite. Number 5, a castle. So continuing on with this castle theory, it seems like some people have branched off and made their own artwork and ideas of where the castle will end up. And our first concept artist, who we'll see a few times in this video, is Sardar. He built this castle in Photoshop, and it actually looks like a building we would see in this game. This location is spot on to where I think it will end up, and that leads us to one of the biggest finds / leaks we have. It all happened when the skin Whiteout was showing off a new emo on top of the hill next to Greasy Grove. And in the background, we see that Valhalla is completely gone off the hill, which includes the ship and the little town that came with it. And in the right hand corner, we see what looks like a castle with a flag flying overhead. This seems to be really close to Pleasant Park. And that's the general area that blorfie, the Reddit user who came up with the Haunted Hills concept, said the castle should be placed with a few other places around it. Another thing pointing to a castle coming to the map is a spray that is available with the battle pass that says Crazy Castle. And as we do know, sprays in the game link to actual places or even matching skins in the game. So do you think we'll be getting a castle added to the map soon, or is this all just a bunch of nonsense that I'm speaking? Let me know down below what you think. I'm genuinely interested to hear your take on it. Number 4, snow area. So I think a big surprise with the start of season 5 was seeing Moisty Mire disappear and be replaced with a whole desert area that extends north a little bit to the track. I mean, I was surprised it was gone, but was I disappointed? Nah, I think the map changing and losing Moisty was a great decision. That part of the map was becoming very stale, especially after they destroyed the prison. I actually like landing there. I always walked away with kills. Anyways, just like how we got surprised with the desert area, I think there is a large chance that we're going to see a snow area come to the map. Right now there's a small area on the map with snow, and that's at the top of the hill with Valhalla. The concept shows the snow spreading up north quite a bit, making a part of the map completely covered in snow. And it's very similar to the size of the desert. I can see this becoming a part of the map and making the map very yin and yang with the desert and the snow. I like the idea that there could be such a drastic weather condition across the map. Makes it seem like a much broader area being traveled too. Also, Shivering Shores and Snowy Slopes are such great names given to these new places, and it's all thanks to Sardar. His link to his channel will be down below. He posts awesome concepts and artwork for Fortnite. Amazing work there. Also, would you guys like to even see a snow area on the map, or could you pass on this? Let me know down below. Number 3, Volcano Valley. When I think of volcanoes showing up on the map, there's so many different things Epic can do with it throughout the season. For example, it erupts at certain times, just like how the cube moves every hour and 43 minutes, and this eruption could damage people in the process, or even make the ground completely off limits, and you have to commit to building over it. Imagine being in the final circle and this damn volcano erupts and makes you and your opponents keep the fight in the air. Now, this idea puts the volcano on its own little island on the map, replacing Risky Rills. And I'm not sure if you land at Risky Rills on a normal basis, but about 95% of the time for me, there's no one there. And the only reason I'm there is because I'm driving my ATK from Lazy and getting all that free loot. So in the long run, I'm not too upset about losing Risky for good. Also, we really don't have anything like this on the map whatsoever. And by that, I mean every way that leads to water is a straight drop off and death. This would be the first beach approach, which seems pretty cool and definitely a little different. But there is another spot that the volcano could pop up in, and that's north of Pleasant Park in that wide open area that the giant football stadium was located for the World Cup. If the developers didn't want to build off map, I totally understand that and think this is the next best spot for this volcano. Like the previous ones on this list, Sardar really steps it up with these fresh new ideas that could really change the map and add a little bit more fun to each game. Imagine being able to sacrifice yourself to the volcano. I can't imagine how many people would kill themselves every game in the volcano. Number 2, Train. So this concept is from a couple seasons ago, and while it still hasn't happened, I think it would be so much fun to add a train that traveled around the whole map. I know we have rifts now to get away from fights and even beat the storm, but imagine having the train beat the storm for you and get you where you needed to go quickly. Also, you can find loot on board, and if someone else is on there, you can fight them, of course. Another aspect I think I would enjoy would be possibly running over people that weren't paying attention. Imagine getting stuck in a tunnel as the train is heading your way, or even being able to snipe from the boxcars. There's so much we could do on this train, and I think it needs to be a must-add in the future. Or I'll do you one better. What if it was more of an underground railroad, and you had to watch when the storm was coming so you didn't get stuck underneath? With the underground railroad, I do see a few issues though. While it would be awesome, there would be chances that people are underground and above ground and can never reach each other, and it might just turn into a heel-off. Which might be fun the first couple times because it's new, but that would get old super fast. I know it's just a concept, but I like to weigh the pros and cons. What do you think of the train idea? You think it's something they should do, or just forget about it like they have been doing this whole time? Number 1, Cosmic Canyon. This idea has to be one of my favorites out there. Imagine after all the ruins that the cube is leaving behind starts to cause this massive event, and instead of just lightning hitting the lake, there's massive earthquakes tearing the map apart. And since the lake is where the event is happening, that's where they would branch off from and create these huge canyons throughout the map. Loot Lake would be completely destroyed, and this concept also destroys Salty Springs. I feel like they would do a similar monthly upgrade to the canyon the same way they did to Dusty Divot by adding trees and building inside it. The canyon seems to stretch across the map in the shape of an X, and the crevices are just massive. If one of your teammates falls in there when you're fighting, good luck with that one. Also, I wouldn't mind the canyon existing, but maybe in a smaller form, because those canyons would be massive and in some spots almost pointless. Pointless isn't a good thing and might hurt the game. So everyone, thanks for watching, and if you did make it this far, don't forget to hit subscribe and drop a like down below for more videos just like this. Also, add me on Fortnite at No Need to Run, and that's with the number 2. We can play a couple games together. Thanks for watching, guys. Also, a big thanks to Sardar for these amazing concepts.